I do not love you as if you were salt rose or topaz, or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. One, two. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret, between the shadow and the soul.
I remember, I'm gonna be real, watching, what's that movie with Robin Williams?
Patch Adams.
I was watching Patch Adams, and I was in the worst shape of my life. I think I was, anyway, maybe I don't want to be too real, but anyways, I was in the worst shape of my life. And in the movie, he fills his girlfriend's room with white balloons, and she walks into the room and she can hear all of her friends like laughing and giggling, and she knows that Patch Adams is there, and she's looking for him, sifting through the balloons, and then all of a sudden he like pops up out of nowhere.
I do not love you as if you were salt rose or topaz, or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. I love you as certain dark things are to be loved, in secret, between the shadow and the soul.
And he reads her a poem, and I sat there watching the TV and I memorized everything that he said because I thought it was amazing. And after the movie, I entered all the words that I remembered into the computer, and out came Pablo Neruda. And I bought a bunch of his books, and I read all of the poems, and I love them. They're just like filled with just like really sensory rich words, like metal and lights and like trees and vines and like suits and socks and legs and breasts and an ocean and like aromas and smells and tastes, and that's how you describe love. And then I wrote a song with those words.
I love you as the plant that never blooms,
but carries in itself the light of hidden flowers.
I am not the one.
Thanks to your love, a certain solid fragrance,
Risen from the earth, lives darkly in my body.
Did I drink from the breast of a marriage?
You ever have that feeling with like photos where you're just like, that photo was given to me?
I feel like that about all my photos.
Yeah. Feeling bad, worst shape of your life, and then somebody sings you a song. I've written some other songs that I like. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write a country song and it's gonna be like George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Oh, now I'm really into CCR. I wanna write some like classic rock song or something. There are a few that are just someone else. You can't recreate that. I don't want to believe that you need to be suffering to make good art, but I guess it's kind of a reality. Get a little bit schadenfreude when I'm having a hard time in life because I'm like, maybe I can be creative at the very least, but that's so cheap. And then as soon as you think that, then it's gone. You know? I need to be alone to write a song, and not just alone. You need solitude. Solitude is important for creativity. I need experiences to ruminate on, but for everything to come together and come out as a song, my brain needs solitude to like put it all together. If I could go for a walk in the forest or something, and then things can be revealed. It's like somebody else being like, you know, all these experiences you've had, this is one way of looking at them.
I love you without knowing how or when or from where.
I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride.
So I love you because I know no other way.
than this.
I don't create in a group. Like all the cars on the road, every single car, I find every single car so ugly, and it's because they're all designed by like 12 people. What is that called? Designed by committee. And they're all ugly, and they probably all started out as a beautiful creation. One person is like, guys, my idea. And then it's just watered down and dumbed down until it's palatable for everybody.
But how does that translate to working with a band?
Yeah, that's hard. Because the songs change. And maybe they don't change the way you expect them to. Okay, I guess there's some things that I just won't budge on. There's usually only like 2 lines, and the words and the melody of those lines are everything to me. And like, there they are. There they are forever. And then just being with a band, I mean, the girls always, you know, just any old 3-part harmony usually just gets me. I guess Andrew's kind of the producer of the band, and this is the first time I've ever said this. My husband.
Your husband?
Andrew Patton. Andrew Patton. That was the first time I ever said that. Caught on camera. He has just the brain of a musician. Dave is a really good musician, and he's like does coding, and I feel like he applies that to music. And then Ian, of course. Ian's a professional musician, and he's incredibly smart as well. So I guess I trust them. And I've learning to find my voice as a band leader over the past 3 years, and like be able to say like, don't do that. Mostly, I guess. I think we're good on stage. We're good together. People are like, hey, you guys are like really good friends. Like, yeah. And like, if that's what comes through, just sounding like real people in a real place from a real time, as far as performing and having a band and working with a band and being creative with a band, like, that's what I want. I love you because I know no other way than this, where I does not exist.
Nor you.
You.
So close that your hand on my chest is my
It's my
hand.
hand. So close that your eyes close as
I fall asleep.